Hello YouTube fans. I'm in the dark because this film's enough to make you want to be in the fucking dark. That being Karate Kid 3, a pointless remake. I'll say it again, a pointless remake. Now people said they already made the remake, Pete, they already made it. Yeah, I know they made it, but they already made it. What I mean by a pointless remake, everything in this happened in number one. Happened in number one. Now it starts off, it's those bits from the original, and it starts off, it's those bits in number two. And all it did was give me the urge to watch number one and number two, because this one in my eyes was fucking pointless. You got to see what shows you from number one and bits from number two, like I said, without repeating myself, the bit where the jokes is trying to swap Mr. Bashuta and the bit where he goes beep on his nose, but then it shows the aftershots. It's all the aftershots of him, right? You've got the idea that he's been taken off teaching karate and his business is shut down and he's bitter and he's pissed off. And I'm pissed off because I thought the film was just pointless. He already got his berserks when he had the beep beep on his fucking nose. So it's just a pointless story. What I would have loved to have seen was General back in China, the lads wanting to die and get General, and more of a story of that. But he didn't. It just follows on with Daniel going back to America. Now, I do know there was a deleted scene where you do have Daniel's mum make a small disappearance, but sad to say it was a deleted scene. And again, I would have loved to have seen Elizabeth Sue plays a role. But I think at the time she was doing Karate Kid. Well, this is Karate Kid 3. So it's fucking my brain. I was about to say was, I think at the time she was doing a better film, that being Back to the Future Part 2. Part 2. Now that's another thing. In 1989, which was the same year when this film came out, they had a lot of big hit films. You know, you had Lethal Weapon 2, you had Back to the Future 2, you had Ghostbusters 2, you had Batman, which was the biggest hit film of that year. You had License to Kill. So at this time, I think at the time they thought, there, let's do it, because I think they were just going to do Karate Kid, which again I said was going to be a standalone film. Because of the big success, decided to make a second one, and that's all they was going to make. That's all they was going to make. But because of the success of all these sequels, like I just fucking said, Lethal Weapon 2, fuck it, do I have to repeat myself? No, we had Ghostbusters 2, we had Back to the Future 2. They decided to go for a third one, and it was a bad call because to me, they were trying to think of what story to do, and that's where they used the idea of the gym cheater, the bully boy, getting his fucking revenge. And what do I mean by it's a remake? At the time, Danielson's getting picked on, just like the fucking first one. And it strikes me because in number one, didn't he not learn karate? So he did. That's why it's called the Karate Kid. In Karate Kid 2, didn't he not have a fight to the death? That it weren't that fight because it was a PG rating, but he sort of had a fight to the death, battered the bully in that, went beep beep on his fucking nose, happy ending. So you can't turn around and say that General now is going to get picked on, he's going to get bullied on. That's a load of shit. He knows Karate in and fucking out. He knows Karate in and out. So how the fuck can he get picked on? Give me a fucking break. But he's getting bullied on again, and then he meets these other jolts. He's going to teach him Karate because Bisusa say, ain't going to teach him now. He's taught him everything he knew. I mean, and he meets a girl on the way, and even that goes to nowhere. That's why I felt sort of brought back Elizabeth Sue. Because at this time, the actor that played General, right, wasn't a kid. I don't know why they called it Karate Kid. He wasn't a fucking kid. He was in his late fucking 20s. He was almost pushing 30. If you buy he was a kid, it's like buying me being 16. If he's a kid, people, if General is a fucking kid, guess what? Guess what? I'm 16. I'm a kid. Seriously, I'm a fucking kid. Kid my ass. So the door was a lot longer, so we couldn't have a love incest in there. That's why I felt it should have been done to have Elizabeth Sue. But it does, Elizabeth Sue was doing Back to the Future Part 2, which is a damn better film than this. A damn better film because in my eyes, In my fucking eyes, it's a remake. Gets buried on, just like number fucking one. And guess what? Even as a tournament, very similar to what it was in the first one. Anyway, he meets his other totes, and guess who the other totes is? Guess who he was working for? The buddy fucking died. He was the buddy boy in Karate Kid 1 and a little bit in Karate Kid 2. And he plays it there. Just bear with me because my dog strats in. Just give her a tap because it's getting on my nerves. Right. So, at the time, right, I'll also stop it in a minute. So it always fucking starts in. Right, but at the time, yeah, so it was a setup, and this guy's teaching him karate, he's teaching him to hurt himself, he's teaching him the wrong way, he's teaching him the fucking wrong way, and I don't get it. It's like, did you not learn Tanneroll when in number one? Do you not learn about the honour in number two? So why are you learning to be a dick? And it's with the dude, alright, these lads sort of ask for it because they're giving him shit, but he overdoes his karate, takes it the one way and batters this fucking lad. Which to me is just fucking, it's fucking just like, did you not learn? Anyway, he finds out halfway that the guy is working for the bad one, you know, the one who's teaching people the wrong way, and he just wants his revenge basically. But I'm thinking, why is this guy with the ponytail looks like a fucking luppy? Why is he fucking getting involved? Why is he being a dick? What did Daniel do to him? So I just don't fucking get that, and it just, again, it feels like a remake. Only it's like, why is fucking Daniel becoming a wimp? Why is he becoming a fucking wimp? You know what I mean? He's like, why is he a wimp? In fucking one, he had his turrets. In number two, he got his fucking balls. So in this, he's sort of like, what? He's lost his fucking balls. He's lost his balls. Come on. But anyway, some say, you know, some say the trainer retains him. Why? I don't fucking know. He goes to the tournament, and even then the fight scene's not as good. It's not as good as number one. You don't get any of the music, you know, you're the best. You don't get any of that. And basically he gets the shit kicked out of him. All the way for the film, he gets the shit kicked out of him, even in the fucking tournament. And then out of it, he just manages to win by a sifty move. He manages to win. The lad gets fouled, and he wins the point right at the last minute. And I'm thinking, is that it? Is this the way to end Karate Kid? He does a bit of break dancing, which is fucking tins worth it. He goes, hey, it's a fucking odds there. End of fucking movie. An end of my patience. Because to me, it just felt like a remake of number one. Only not as good. The love interest leaves him halfway because he was too long to be his girlfriend. You don't see his fucking mum. It was pointless. Just didn't. I mean, I'm not going to F. I'm not going to death. It didn't piss me off. I've seen a lot of sequels in my eyes, what are a lot worse off. So did it piss me off? No. But to me, it just felt pointless. It felt like I was watching fucking number one, only not as fucking good as number fucking one. Number three, to me, just felt like they already did a remake. You know what I mean? They already did a remake. So it felt pointless. To me, it might as well just be called Pointless 3. So Karate Kid 3, points. I'll give it 1 because it's got the original TAS in it. That's me being generous. But compared to 1, which is a classic, compared to 2, that had a good story to it. This one didn't have as much of the art, didn't have as much of the feeling to it. And to me, it was just pointless. So Karate Kid 3. Not bad, but I ain't got it in my collection. That's why I ain't got the DVD in my hand like half of the other ones. Because I just felt it was pointless. It bombed when it come out. It wasn't fucking needed. I can't say it's shit, but I can't say it's done neither. Karate Kid 3. Wow.